In this video, I'm going to talk about two communication habits that do more harm than good, but we are going to turn it around and learn how to do it right.
So here it is. Number one, not speaking up for yourself. Number two, taking things personally. I'm going to dive deeper into number one, not speaking up for yourself, because there's a lot to cover. When you are taken advantage of, when things are not okay, when you are hurt and you say nothing, you are slowly building a big pile of resentment inside you, and you are contributing to your repressed anger. You may know a person that is always very nice, always very accepting, tolerating everything, always saying yes to stuff, no matter what it is. And one day, she just explodes and screams, "I can't take it anymore." And of course, everybody is surprised because she never said anything. But when we decide not to speak up, usually it's because we are afraid of something. So examine your own fears. What do you think will happen? What are you risking? We may decide not to talk because the person may be very angry. Maybe he or she even has a gun. We may opt not to say anything because we are afraid we will offend the other person, that we will be abandoned. So, this is a moment when we need to decide for ourselves, is it worth it? And what's worth more? Not offending the other person, not being seen as high maintenance, or self respect and valuing ourselves and simply contributing to more peace within. And when it comes to long term relationships, if you opt not to share your feelings, it's what it does, it's creating the slow erosion of connection. Deep, fulfilling conversations are something so rare and something so satisfying. Yes, they can take us to the edge, but this is the adventure. Yes, the deep, fulfilling conversations, the honest conversations can be cathartic, they can break us, but also they can contribute to stronger bond. So to wrap it up, I would say there are 3 steps to speaking up for yourself. Number one, remain grounded in your worth. Imagine that you are a queen. A queen doesn't have to be overly emotional. A queen doesn't need to dramatize because she knows that people respect her. She expects respect. So she simply will state the fact and expect that her complaint or her wish or her voice will be heard. I know, because I have to deal with a lot of queens. Number two is choose best timing to speak. I always do this. I ask myself inside, is this the best time to talk about it? Is this really worth it? And then I listen. If the voice says, yes, now is a good time and you will get what you want, or the voice will say, no, not a good time. And I learned to go with the voice because it taught me that it's always right. And number three is speak without blaming, without shaming, and preferably without whining. So let's move on to the second habit of communication that is doing more harm than good. And this is taking things personally. Obviously, to learn not to take things personally is an advanced driving school, but it takes practice. But I'm going to share just one thing I learned from Caroline Myss. When someone attacks you verbally, when someone criticizes you and judges you openly, step back. Well, it sounds easy, but it takes practice. Step back, remain grounded, and just observe, think, how bad this person has to feel in order to engage so much negative energy into this exchange. How hurt, disappointed, and miserable this person has to be. Because she wants you to feel what she feels. and she wants some kind of revenge. And when you are able to really step back despite of this shock that you feel when it happens, you don't need to come up with your own negative energy. And maybe something can shift in this moment because she or he will expect that you will start defending yourself. But don't. Focus on the other person, maybe even with compassion if you can get to that. So, to wrap up everything, in order to have better communication habits, habits that create more peace within you, notice that you need to stay grounded in your own world and communicate with respect. And when you respect yourself, you at the same time respect other people. And this is the key of creating more peace. So if you like this video, share it with someone who may need it. And if you didn't sign up for updates yet, go to positivelyrebellious.com and subscribe. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.